Loading, 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 after a crash. Hello, welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 Map Wander, episode 6 today. So, we are going to head north into the mountains, and then we're going to find the Dakota River Valley and head south to Flatiron Lake, I guess. Going to head that way. It's looking, yeah, a fine morning to be up and about. We've had our breakfast, nice crispy bacon, and carry on. Looking a bit foggy up there, isn't it? Let's take the lie of the land here. So yeah, we'll go have a look at Calumet Ravine. That sounds awesome. I can't bring it to mind, so that'll be all nice and exploratory, won't it? Then Donna Falls. Probably want to go over Bacchus Bridge. Bacchus, that sounds like a fun place to be, doesn't it? If its namesake is anything to go by. And yeah, Cumberland Forest, and all down that way. We'll see how far we get, you know. Again, I'm getting a cheeky little video in before work, so yeah. Oh, again, always the same, isn't it, with me? Come on, off your horse, John. Tear down the camp. 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 It's a wonder I've not started a forest fire, isn't it, in this game? Very good. Responsible camping, as always with us, isn't it? Right, Carol, let's be on. Oh, mysterious. Look at the peaks just peeking out there. Oh, and the sun is about to come out. Ah, lovely morning sunshine. I've been just enjoying some lovely morning sunshine. Taking my son to work. Taking my son to work? Not yet. Oh, no, taking my son to school. And had a rather lovely walk in the beautiful spring sunshine we've got right now. So, yeah, I don't want to be taking my son to work. I don't want to take myself to work, man. So, we want to just be chilling out and enjoying life. I must say, I'm feeling a little bit, a bit tired. Been full on at work for quite a while, and I'm feeling the effects, you know. So I really fancied having a chill out in Red Dead Redemption 2. You know, a bit of recuperation and rest before the working day begins. Yeah, needed, isn't it, sometimes? Ooh, relaxed music just piping in, isn't it? Ah, I can feel the fresh air washing over me. Yeah, excellent. So I noticed these kind of more ready earth formations. I saw them a while back from higher up where we were last episode, up yonder. Yes, Carol. And you know, they were fairly prominent, weren't they? An unusual earth colouring. So yeah, interesting rock formations, aren't they? There. I guess we're in a little pocket of a different kind of geology, aren't we? Really? Yeah, here we are. It's sort of almost a bit Red Rock Canyon-y, aren't we here? But yeah, looking nice. And I don't even recall this little rock pool either, this river. Oh, I mean, let's check out where... Here we are, right, yeah. I mean, it doesn't give us a name for this, does it? But we can go all the way around it, perhaps. Yeah, let's follow the road. So we'll keep to the right and enjoy this little, you know, this self-contained little area here. It's got its own vibe, hasn't it? Lovely. Right, Carol. Oh, let's just sort of get a little trot. And is this the road that is forking here? Yeah, cool. Right, let's do it. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm feeling a bit drained, you know. It's been quite busy. And I'm feeling in the need of some restorative practices. Yeah. This is why we play games after all, isn't it? I think. At least that's why I play games. I play them to sort of just spend some time in a different environment. You know, I'm not so much the gameplay or missions in many games, especially open world games. I played them to sort of be in this other space, which is, I guess, partly the reason why I've not really played through the storyline of this game. Even though I am aware that I'm missing out on a pretty good story by all accounts, and it's one I intend to catch up with at some point. But for me, first and foremost, it's just an alternate space to be in, to recuperate and rest. And like I've heard mentioned, some people do yoga. I mean, I do yoga too. Some people do jogging. I do jogging too. But people do many different things to relax, don't they? And this is one of the things that I do, is explore these virtual environments. Because, I mean, it seems a waste not to, doesn't it? They're so big, it's so detailed, so expansive that, I mean, for a little while at least, it's every bit as real as the real world, as far as I'm concerned. It's all perception, isn't it? And who knows? Maybe the real world is just another expanded version of a simulation, eh? Who knows? It's crazy enough to be, isn't it? So, yeah, this is a nice path. I like this. And like so many parts of this world, it's one unknown to me that I've never explored before. I've never seen this area really before. I've never worked in it. I didn't do any of the work in this area. So it's lovely to be able to be sort of simultaneously so familiar with a game and yet a stranger to it as well. Which, I kind of like that, It's big enough that there's a great deal left for me to explore, despite having worked on it for years, And, I fully expect GTA 6 will be like that as well. I spent 5 years working on that. And yet, there'll be so much that is completely unknown to me. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to play that. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Yes, and it's the first GTA for a while that I can be a fan with, and it won't be spoiled by having spent a lot of working time on it. I can come to it fresh as a consumer rather than a producer of content, and it'll be an experience, I think. And I'm, ready to rock and roll with the PS5 Pro, which, if I'm honest, that's kind of what I bought it for, really. It was a GTA 6 machine, with many fringe benefits of all these other wonderful games. But yeah, excitement. I probably booked some time off work, I think, for that when it does come out. It reminds me, actually, when the first Xbox came out, the first Xbox, not the Xbox One, which is bizarre. Isn't it bizarre how crazy Microsoft went on naming their consoles? They just went completely bananas with naming, didn't they? Like, they're a PlayStation. You know where you're at with a PlayStation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Largely. I don't know, you got the Pro, but that's fairly self-explanatory what the naming is. Xbox, I'll be honest, I'm an avid gamer. Worked in the industry, 17 years. And I've no idea what the deal with is Microsoft. I couldn't tell you what the latest Microsoft console is. What's the exact model? I know there's the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X, and I'm confused by the whole bananas naming convention. I've no time for it, to be honest. I'm like, if you can't name your console correctly, then, I'm not even going to try to understand it. I'll stick with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Thank you. So yeah, Microsoft, come on, sort out your naming. Sort it out. But I've lost the thread of what I was even saying there with my rants about Microsoft naming conventions, aren't I? Yeah, what's this? What is this? What is it? I thought it was some sort of weird gallows at first, but that would be a very small gallows, wouldn't it? It's... I don't know. I don't know what that is. Funny thing. But I'm liking these little promontories that they keep putting in here to allow us to view. It's great, isn't it? Very lovely. Yeah, so what was I saying anyway? I've lost the thread of what I was saying. Um, but I'm sure it'll come back to me, you know? Oh, I was going on about GTA 6, wasn't I? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Xbox One. No, not the Xbox One. The original Xbox. Yeah, and on launch day, I pre-ordered it. I mean, this is like decades ago, isn't it? It's ages ago. I booked it off work. I had Halo and I had the console, and I just spent the day, when it was a Friday, I believe, and so I had the whole weekend and the Friday off playing Halo. Oh my God, it was amazing. You know, new generation, new console generation, and it was a real leap forward. It felt to me, you know, and I remember in Halo, near like the start of the game, and I was obsessing about the doors in those bases, those Covenant bases, and looking at the intricacies of, you know, the recesses in where the doors were, where it slid in and out and stuff. And I was like, wow, I got the doors, the door frames and stuff, and it was brilliant. I loved it. And so, you know, I think the PS5 Pro is a little bit like that for me, really. And I expect GTA 6 will be like that as well. I cannot wait to see the landscape. I cannot wait. So, yes. Anyway, yeah, that's great. So, enough GTA 6 chat in RDR2. Let's carry on. I'm really liking this path. Yeah. How interesting, isn't it? You know, just looking up at those lovely rocks up there. Beautifully chunky, aren't they? And they're catching the light so well. And down there as well, lovely little sort of, you know, bit of danger on the path, you know, you're just like, ooh, avoid that little gap there, but it just affords that beautiful view there. And beyond up to the snow as well. I am quite excited to get up into the snow. I think even in like in life, I'm always excited to get up into the snow. You know, whenever I see the mountains in the distance and there's some snow on them, I've always like been like, yep, let's go up there. Let's do it. And all too often in the UK, you get actually up there and you find that there's like, you know, half a centimeter of snow or something, or it's like mostly just frost. And you're like, oh. I've done that plenty of times. I remember in the Lake District when I lived there in northwest England. That's a national park with some beautiful mountains. And I used to work in an outdoor shop at the time, and I'd take one of the snowboards that we had. They rather optimistically hired snowboards out, and I don't know who was getting them because we rarely had enough snow for that. But I took one out in an optimistic moment and took the day off, and I took it up what we called the Kirkstone Pass and up a sort of mountainside called Red Screes, above the highest pub in England, actually, the Kirkstone Inn. Lovely pub. And yeah, I took the board out there and I scraped it to heaven. I did. I scraped the hell out of it because there's so many rocks poking through. And I nearly broke my leg. I took a massive dive and went face down the hillside on this icy snow for about 50 meters. And I remember sliding down and just thinking, oh my God, the break is coming. Something's going to break here. And luckily I didn't. And I was all right. But it was a close shave, I think. So that was my last foray into snowboarding in the Lake District. Let's check the map. Just see where we are here. Yeah, right. So we're going to come here and then we'll head up there. I liked Calumet Ravine. Lovely. I'm wondering. Yeah. I think we'll head there and there. We'll go down there. So, Carol, let's go. So, as always, it feels like it's been a while since I've been here, you know. Oh, hello, bird. Yes. That was bird language you were saying. Hello. Up here. Yeah, let's just follow it up here. This is. Oh, look at that reveal there. You see that? That's worthy of just pausing a little bit. Carol, just slow down a bit. Will you go? Slow down a bit. Carol. No. What's that? Did that sound like some weird sneeze that John just did? No. Don't do that. Look at that. You know, no accident that gap is there. I mean, you know, the path's going through it, of course, so there's no trees. But, you know, I would imagine that this path has been put in just so to, you know, allow that view going on there. And the tree placement certainly would have been looking at that. I mean, it's like a picture, isn't it? Framed by those trees. Beautiful. Yes. You have. You've got it. Nice, yeah. Wonder if we can get to the top of that. Should we try to get to the top of that? I think, I don't think we're going to get to Flatiron Lake today. Because we've tarried in this beautiful area. And why not? And why not? But, man, I think I'd quite like to get up there. Let's just consult the old map again. So, it's this peak here. Going via the contours of the land, I should be able to get up to it from the back, maybe. I think. I mean, it's a little bit woolly around here, isn't it? But let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm sure Carol will wait patiently for us. Right. Let's go. Carol, we're going up. Yes. Up to the mountain. This is what I always like doing when I'm out walking, you know. I always want to get to the highest point. Those views are just so worth it, aren't they? I have got a plan to do something similar with Mount Chiliad in GTA 5, actually. You know, I just wandering up that ridge from the east side, just off the freeway. There's a little farmstead there, isn't there? And a path that goes all the way up the ridge. So I think that would be quite a nice walk, you know. As you're walking along, you're getting higher and higher, but you know, a lot of the times you're looking down at the path and you're sort of navigating, and then every now and again you stop and you look up and you're that much higher, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm glad. I think they've clearly, you know, put this in, allowing us to actually get to the top. It would be a shame if it was inaccessible, wouldn't it? But it looks pretty navigable. Even Carol's doing well. Oh, hello. We've got a horse friend. Hello. No, don't go. Carol's quite open to having a little chat. Yeah, okay. Right. Hitch horse. Yeah, you stay there, Carol. I'm not going to risk your legs going up here. We'll forge ahead on foot. Already, I'm liking it. Yeah. Lovely. Chunky rock. Yeah, the animation is top notch, isn't it? I really feel like John is, you know, putting some effort into walking up this rock. You know, there's a weight behind his movements. And just, you know, it's taken into account the slope angle and stuff. That's really nice. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Well worth having a little detour. Yeah. Ah. Feel the breeze in my face from here. Oh my god, yeah, that looks pretty blooming nice, doesn't it? Right, so Dakota River is going along that way, all down. Oh, those volcanic-y pool things. I remember those. I remember those going in. Yeah, I was very intrigued by those. Cool. Yeah, we'll get a good explore of those. Ah, look at that landscape spreading out before us. Isn't it nice? And Flatiron Lake in the distance. We were in last episode, we were up on those peaks there, gazing back at us here in a way. And this whole sort of more red rock area here, you know, it's sort of sitting within all of that. Oh, beautiful. Those are really nice rocks. Do you know, I mean, if I'm honest, I think this red area sticks out a little bit. You know, I mean, it's beautifully formed. I think the forms and shapes are really good. They're lovely. I think that it's just, you know, personally, it doesn't sit that comfortably with me being such a concentrated red sort of dot of an area in amongst all of this sort of granite. I mean, you know, maybe there's a precedent in the real world, you know. I mean, it's a big world, isn't it? There's all sorts of landscapes, and you do get some strange things in geology sometimes that do look kind of out of place. And I look at landforms and I think to myself, if that was in a game, I would be looking at that going, that looks a bit weird. So, yeah, no, I mean, it's just personal preference, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, if I was sort of doing this big area, I would have toned down that red. It reminds me a little bit, except not as bad as Dragon's Dogma 2. You know, where you go across the mountains to that more sort of deserty area. Um, and it's like suddenly there's this like grey rocky thing, bang, red rock. And it's like, it's really jarring. You know, again, lovely modelling on those lands, but I felt like the biome shift was like way too sudden in Dragon's Dogma 2. It was insane. Um, but yeah, you know, can't get everything right, can you? I really enjoyed the walk around there, though. It's beautiful. And, you know, I mean, I want to go over there as well. I just want to see over there. Let's just check out on the map. So we're looking back over into that area. So that looks like a big kind of, you know, a very wildernessy area off the path, isn't it? So it's probably well worth a good explore over there. Ah, yeah. Look at that. That feels like freedom over there, doesn't it? Right there. Beautiful. And I know I was kind of systematically doing the map over there and, you know, hey, we'll go to Dakota River Valley and Flying Lake, blah, blah. But in the spirit of wandering, kind of want to go over there now. And the beauty of this is that I can do what I want, can't I? And I will do. Let's do it. Let's go over there. Oh dear, sorry. Sorry, my dude. You're a tough fellow. You can take a little tumble, can't you? It's all right. I count myself very fortunate, actually. I've spent my life walking in the mountains and hills, and I've never injured myself or had any problems. Never needed mountain rescue or anything like that. Touch wood. You know, so I've been pretty fortunate in living, you know, quite an outdoorsy life, but safely so. So long may that continue. Yeah, there we go. I did once, well, a friend of mine, we were in the Lake District again, and we'd gone up to the Langdale Peaks, which is in the Langdale Valley. And we were a little bit late setting off. By the time we got to the top, the fog came down and it was starting to get dark. And we could hear the road in the distance, but the fog was kind of like playing, you know, tricks on us. Like, you know, the sound travels strangely through fog, especially in the mountains. And I couldn't tell which direction the road was. And it actually got dark. I made a decision on which way I should go, and then as we were coming down, it got dark, and it was, you know, totally nighttime by the time we were like even halfway down. And luckily, I'd picked the right way, and then we got there. But you know, we could have picked the wrong valley, and ended up with a long walk back home. But I avoided that one. Oh no, sorry, Carol. Sorry, Carol. Oh no, you're coping really well. I'm sorry about that. She's not happy, is she? She's saying, what the hell are you doing, buddy? I know, and I admit it, Carol. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Well, you know, I think we're going to have to pick our path carefully. We're going to go into the wild. No paths where we're going, Carol. So I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Gets a bit hard when you go off path, though, doesn't it, in the wilderness? Yeah, that's one thing I noticed actually. Like difference between the UK and well, particularly Canada it was. In the UK, we've got, yeah, I mean you pretty much go anywhere. You got a right to roam pretty much anywhere you go. But we have a lot of paths, lots of paths going out in the countryside, along the mountains, through the fields. You know, you know, pretty much wherever you want to go, there's going to be a path nearby. You know, so you don't really have to do a great deal of, you know, scrambling through dense forests and undergrowth and stuff. You know, it's not a thing. You know, but I noticed in Canada, really difficult. You can't really get off a path. You know, I mean, apart from the risk of bears, which I was just, you know, slightly aghast at, thinking I might run into a bear. It's not what we're used to in the UK, you know. But yeah, it was just really hard to get anywhere that wasn't on a very manicured path. And you know, this was near Whistler. Out of we'd stayed in Vancouver and stuff, and we did a bit of walking around Whistler. I desperately wanted to do some skiing, but it was summertime, so that was off the table. But yeah, you know, it's the great thing about the UK. You know, we don't have any wildlife that's trying to kill us. You know, we don't have any poisonous beasts really. We've got the adder, which is I think our only poisonous snake, but you know, it's not going to kill a healthy adult. Just be a bit painful. And there's not many of them about. That's too steep for Carol. I'm not going to put you through that, Carol. Come on. Let's just wander through this wood bit. But yeah, it's great. You know, you can just go wherever you want. You don't have to worry about beasties, really. I mean, I suppose in Scotland, there's ticks, which are just, you know, beastly things. You know, they're a nightmare. But, you know, as long as you dress appropriately and have your tick remover on hand, you should be all right. But, you know, tick's not going to bite your arms off, is it? And rip your head off. So, you know, no wolves, no bears, no crocodiles, no snakes to speak of. Not even got any mosquitoes. You know, so brilliant. I don't know how anyone functions in Australia or something like that, you know, or it seems like the whole world is out to get you in Australia, isn't it? You know? And yet you all seem fine, don't you? So oh, what happened there? What happened there? It didn't look too steep. Did Carol just get freaked out by well, what's that about? Oh, hang on, right. Am I being deceived by right, okay. Yeah. I thought the barrier would be there. I guess it's there then, isn't it? Oh, so, I probably want to sort of, yeah, I want to bow around into this area. So let's take a sort of right over there. I mean, I'm wondering if is it going to make it very difficult for me to get over there? Because it is getting a bit steep, isn't it? And maybe it's one of those sort of deceiving world boundaries. We're testing the boundaries, aren't we? I mean, I probably should try and do this on foot, really, than putting poor Carol through this. Yeah, okay. It's, fair enough. Well, let's just see. Let's test the edges around this bit. Kind of echoing our loop around this little lake, aren't we, really, of earlier? Yeah, I know, I know, I know. No. She's thinking, what am I playing at? Okay, abort, abort, abort. Fair enough. Sorry, Carol. I guess the game doesn't really want us testing that limit too much, does it? So, not to worry. Look at the rocks rolling down. Yeah, I remember that going in. And we were looking at like, oh, have you seen the new rocks that we've got? You know, you can dislodge these rocks when you go onto these slopes and stuff. And it's pretty exciting. I thought, oh, that looks great. Yeah. What a nice little feature. And there it is. In action. Jolly good. Right, here we are, back again here. Well, I guess, you know, let's just make best speed and revert to the original plan then. It was an... Ah! Ooh, that was nearly an emergency situation. Call Mountain Rescue. Do you have mountain rescue in Canada and America? Here in the UK, we have a fine organisation called the Mountain Rescue Service that operates in our admittedly fairly small mountainous regions. Let's just check the map again because I want to make sure. Yeah, we're going to go. I want to go on this side of the river here. Hopefully check out Donald Falls a bit more. But we're going to go up there. Is it getting dark already? Wow. Well, I mean, I have somewhat limited time this morning as well. So, you know, maybe it's just when it gets dark, we'll leave it there. But, oh, right, okay. This is not a river that I had anything to do with here. So let's just have a look there. Ah, yeah. Nice shape. Yeah, come on, Carol. Having a good nose at the ground there, weren't you? Is she hungry, do you think? She's looking for a bit of tasty grass. So, oh right, yeah, it looks like the lip of waterfalls over there, doesn't it? Cool. It's going dark quite quick, isn't it? I want to get a view of those falls without falling over. Here. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Right. This looks familiar. Right, let's just let's hitch Carol up. Let's tie you to the ground. There you go. And we'll just go and check this a little bit out on foot. Boop. We'll leave Mothership Carol and head out in the space shuttle Arthur. Arthur? Is it Arthur? Is it Arthur or is it John? It's Arthur. It's Arthur. Let's look at this. Ooh. Marbled rock. Oh, cool. Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Nice. Let that wash over you. Cool. Lovely. And kind of like the start of the Dakota Ravine, as it were, isn't it, really? Yeah, what a lovely place. What a lovely place to end up. Nice. And the sun is setting over there. Beautiful. Well, I think that's probably a fine spot to leave, John. And we'll head off to bed. Make a bit of a camp. Look at it. Ooh, it's going very dark, isn't it? So, make a camp. There we go. Thank you for the tip. Yeah, lovely. Ah, there we go. We've had a nice day's walking, sort of through the mountain there, around the lake, and we've explored quite a bit of areas that I've never seen before, never been to, and a little rest by the fire. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a little fireside chat, isn't it? Here, it's making me a little bit sleepy now. I've not even started the working day, and I'm feeling a little bit sleepy, like I could just have a little rest. Yeah. But the stars are coming out as well, and the moon is up. I kind of don't want to stop really, but you know, it's just so nice, isn't it? Sitting by a fire. There's something about being in the outdoors with an open fire going, isn't it? You know, you just cannot beat it, especially if you're cooking some tasty food on it. It's yeah, it's a great thing, you know. It's a great thing. It's pity, you know. I mean, you have to be so careful with open fires, don't you? So. And a lot of people are not very careful with open fires, as we know. So, you know, you just need to be careful. Put it out proper. So, yeah, anyway, thus ends our chilled map wander episode 6. And, yeah, I'll see you again in the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.